They say opposites attract, and that's what my wife, Marcia, and I have done for the last 37 years. I grew up in a very competitive family of 4 boys. Marcia grew up as the only child, a princess. Marcia, being in charge of the household, has never met a checkbook that she wanted to balance, nor directions that she really paid any attention to. I was working 24/7, turning around an office in Chicago, and my secretary called Marcia and said, "You better get him away before he completely burns out." So on Thursday night, Marcia surprised me by telling me that tomorrow morning we're going to go away for the weekend. I've made all the arrangements with get the babysitter for the kids. Just pack a bag and I'll let you know where we're going when we get in the car. So we got a little bit of a late start, left about 9 o'clock, and got in the car, and I said, "So where are we going?" She said, "Mackinac Island." I said, "Where is that?" And she said, "Well, I really don't know. I think it's on Lake Michigan." I said, "Okay." So I checked the map, found out it was on the other side of Lake Michigan. It was about 300 miles away. So I put the destination, we had an onboard computer, but not a GPS. So I put in 300 miles, and the car calculated that we would arrive about 6 o'clock. Headed south through Chicago and ran into some serious traffic. Once we got through Chicago, it now said that we'd arrive about 7 o'clock. And I said, "Marcia, it looks like we're going to arrive about 7. She said, "Well, I think we better speed it up a little because we have to be there by 6. I said, "Why?" She said, "Well, that's when the last ferry leaves." I said, "Oh, well, have you prepaid for the weekend?" Or, "Yes, I prepaid, and it's $300 a night." I go, "Okay, $300 a night, we got to get there. I got to make up an hour." So it's a new car. I sped up, averaging about 120 miles an hour now, and I was able to bring down the time of arrival from 7 back to about 6 after about an hour and a half. So it looked good. We were about halfway there. Stopped for gas. We're in Michigan, and go into McDonald's to get a bite to eat and use facilities. And I looked up at the clock, and it said 4:30. I said, "No, it can't be. It's only 3:30. And then all of a sudden I realized, time change. Oh my God, Marcia, back in the car. Zoom. I had to make up another half an hour at least. I floored it back up to 120 miles an hour. Stress, heart rate is going like crazy. Finally, we zoom into the parking lot. I run up to the ticket counter for the ferry and say, "Is it gone?" She said, "Oh, just missed it." It was about 5 after 6. I said, "I have to get to this island. I don't care if I have to buy a boat." And she said, "Well, there's a plane that leaves. If you hurry, you might be able to catch it." So we, back in the car, zoomed over to the airport, screamed up to where the plane was, threw it in the park, jumped out and said, "Can we make the plane?" The guy said, "Sure, just throw your stuff in." I said, "When do you leave?" He said, "Now." I said, "Okay, quick, hurry, Marcia, get your stuff, get it, park the car." I said, "Where do I leave it?" He said, "Right here." Okay. Jumped in the plane, zoom, off we go, land on Mackinac, jump out of the plane, okay, over to where the taxis come, and all of a sudden, up comes a horse-drawn carriage to pick us up. There were no cars on Mackinac. This is definitely a place to de-stress. Woke up the next morning and it was pouring rain. All the plans we have to play golf, bike, walk, and have fun all over the island looked like they were going to be canceled. But no, I said, "Marcia, we're here. We've driven 6 hours. We're going to have fun." So we biked and played golf and did everything in the rain, and about halfway through, we're laughing so hard, hysterically, that we couldn't control ourselves. Had a great evening. Next day, got up and drove 6 hours back. Now that's the way you decompress.